Hello and welcome back to TRAEHEART, the Health Reset. If you have been following my journey, you will know that I've been working to reduce the amount of ultra-processed foods I eat. When I first started, I didn't have a list of foods that I was never going to eat again. Instead, something much more interesting happens. The more I learned about nutrition, the more I read the ingredient labels, the more I understood how ultra-processed foods are made, the less I actually wanted them. So today, I want to share with you 10 things I no longer eat regularly, and importantly, why. So number 10, sugary breakfast cereals. For years, I believed many breakfast cereals were healthy and were a healthy way to start the day. But once I started reading the ingredients, I realized that many were packed with added sugars and ingredients, I didn't recognize. I found myself asking a simple question. If I want to start my day well, is this really how I want to do it? That question changed everything. Number 9, flavored yogurts. This one surprised me. Yogurt has a healthy reputation. But when I compared flavored yogurts with plain ones, I realized just how much sugar had been added. I began wondering why something that starts out as a simple food needed so many extra ingredients. That made me rethink what I was putting into my shopping trolley. Number 8, sugary soft drinks. This wasn't really about calories. It was about habit. I reached for a soft drink without even thinking. When I stopped and asked myself why, I realized I wasn't even thirsty for the drink itself. It had simply become routine. Breaking that habit was easier than, I expected, and after a while, I stopped craving them. Number 7, packaged cakes and biscuits. Now these are everywhere. At work, in the supermarket, at the checkout, even at social events. I realized I wasn't eating them because, I was hungry. Most of the time, I was eating them because they were, there. Recognizing that made a huge difference. Number 6, processed meats. Learning how processed meats are made me stop and think. I found myself asking whether I really needed foods with a long ingredient list when simpler options were available. It wasn't about fear. It was simply about making choices that felt better for me. Number 5, instant noodles. Convenience was the biggest reason I bought these. Not nutrition. Once I admitted this to myself, I realized that convenience alone wasn't a good enough reason for me anymore. Number 4, ready meals. Ready meals solved one problem. They saved time. But I realized I was relying on them more because they were easy than because they were best choice for my health. This made me rethink how I planned my meals. Number 3 is crisps. I discovered I wasn't eating crisps because I loved them. I was eating them because I wanted something crunchy while watching TV or relaxing. Once I understood the habit behind it, it became much easier for me to change. Number 2, highly processed bread. Bread itself wasn't the issue. What made me think was how different one loaf could be from the other. Some had only a handful of ingredients, while others had a long list of additives and preservatives. That itself encouraged me to pay much more attention to the labels. And the last one was number 1, highly processed snack foods. This was probably the biggest change. Chocolate bars, snack bars, cereal bars. The foods I would grab without even thinking. I realized that they had become automatic. I wasn't making a conscious decision. I was simply following a habit I built over many years. Changing that habit has probably made the biggest difference to my journey so far. So, what have I learned? This journey has been about becoming aware, taking a moment before putting something into my mouth, reading the label, asking myself whether I'm choosing it because I genuinely want it, or simply because it's become a habit. Now, to be honest, I haven't been perfect. I still enjoy treats from time to time. But today, I've made far more conscious choices than I've used to. And for me, well, that's real progress. Make sure that you've subscribed. I'd also like to know your thoughts. Has there been one food that you've naturally stopped eating? Or has learning more about food nutrition changed the way you shop? Thank you so much for watching. And remember, one day, one meal, one choice. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.